Fortnite YouTubers are lying to you. They're all gatekeeping the tips that you need to optimize your PC. Almost every single optimization video I've watched is just full of either common sense or straight up lies. Today I'm going to react to 2 optimization videos, and I'm going to actually test the things that they say to see if they're lying or if they're telling the truth. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you which ones actually helped me and which ones didn't. Also, sorry about my voice, I'm really sick while recording this, which is kind of sucks on Christmas, but it is what it is. Also, for anyone wondering, here are my specs just for reference.
To press the Windows key and R, type in %sign local updated %sign, then follow this directory until you see the Fortnite game folder, which is essentially your config. If you delete this, then open up the game, you will have a fresh folder with...
Okay, this does nothing but erase all your settings, so I wouldn't recommend doing that.
You should find the Fortnite game folder, go into save, go into config, go into Windows client, and there you have your game user settings file. Now,
okay, I'm just gonna stop it right here. Everything he says in this part is a lie, so don't pay any attention to any of it, so I'm just gonna skip ahead.
Like FPS boost, DirectX 12 shaders, these are required to use the DirectX rendering mode. If you don't use this...
Okay, they're actually still talking about this. No, it doesn't affect your performance, it only frees up space, which doesn't actually affect your performance either.
If you use performance mode, you should disable this setting. And then you've got pre-download stream assets.
You want to keep this on because it does give you more FPS.
Advanced, you'll find the hardware acceleration setting, which is enabled by default and basically helps improve the overall smoothness of the app. But if, like most people,
This does affect your performance if you have Discord open in the background, which most people do, so I'd recommend turning that off.
playing the game, to find the setting in here, just go into the settings tab. If you then scroll down to system, you will see the hardware acceleration setting, similar to Discord.
This doesn't affect your performance, but if you have Chrome up in the background, it might. So if you don't have your browser open while you're playing games, it shouldn't do much. It shouldn't hurt your performance very much. Okay, we're gonna go into the next video now. This one's by It's Darian, so let's see if he does better than Cold Life. And the entire first half of the video is him just yapping about simple edit, so I'm just gonna skip that part and go to the optimizations.
Other windows as easily, but the game will run slightly faster. That's what we want. After that, resolution.
Okay, the difference is so minimal that I wouldn't even recommend like stressing over that. It's just use whatever you want. If you want to use full screen, go ahead, but I use Windows full screen personally.
I have on 1920 by 1080. VSync turn off. Do not ever use VSync inside of Fortnite.
Okay, this is true. Never use VSync. It just hurts your FPS and it adds input delay.
Rate limit, have one above your monitor's refresh rate, so that means if you're on a 120 Hz monitor, put your frame rate limit to 144 FPS. If you're on,
I'm pretty sure this is just placebo.
the only one you don't want to go above is 360 because unlimited.
Don't go above 360. It's gonna cause a lot of stuttering.
You don't want those big FPS drops. Usually I tell you guys to go into your launcher options and uninstall DX12, but DX12 is actually not bad.
DX12 isn't a bad option, but performance will get more FPS.
So most people should use performance mode, but if you have a godly PC, DX12 is not a bad option to test out. Distance I have on near, however, there's a little FPS trick where you could actually put this to far or epic, and it can improve your FPS. Far or epic.
I don't think this is true. It doesn't drop your FPS that much, but it definitely doesn't improve it.
Meshes I also have on low, but you know, if you want to use high, it's all preference. Finally though, advanced.
Yeah, it is all preference, but high meshes can cause a little bit of stuttering, so just keep that in mind.
To show FPS, obviously you want to see how much FPS you're getting and report performance stats. I just disable this because we don't want to reduce our FPS to help Epic. They gotta help themselves. Fixed quality, starting at the top, auto set quality. Boys, do not ever press this button. It's just gonna give you all the highest damn settings. Quality preset though, mine is on custom.
Okay, the rest of this part is just yapping. Just settle your settings to low and then put the 3D resolution to 100. It's not that hard.
This is the only time you can actually turn it on.
You're never gonna need TSR in performance mode, so I'd recommend keeping it off.
It's blurrier, but it also can improve your FPS. Go try it out. It honestly doesn't.
The improvements on performance mode is just so minimal, I wouldn't even recommend trying it. And also, I don't have any evidence that these actually do carry over to performance. This is future me editing the video. They do, but performance mode overwrites them anyway, so there's no point.
The worst and combined. combine it with dynamic 3D res. However, for most people, including all the pros and just, all the sweats, turn that off, put the 3D res back up to 100%, and these are going to be the best graphics quality options you can have. Just everything on off or low.
So the rest of the video is just about colorblind settings, so we're going to skip ahead and actually test the optimizations now. Okay, so first I'm going to play with none of these optimizations on just to see how it works without them. Okay, so on the bus I'm getting around 600 to 800 FPS, which is pretty high. We'll see if it goes down later. Okay, so dropping in I'm getting about 500 FPS. Walking around I'm still getting around 500 FPS. This is pretty normal for me. The 1% lows are really low though. I'm going down to like 100 I saw. Okay, so in a fight I'm getting around 400 to 500 FPS, but it goes down to 300 a lot. I just died to a bot in pubs. Okay, so the first optimization to do is deleting Fortnite game, so I'm gonna try that. So to automatically apply the best settings for your system, make sure you click decline, because then it will put you on the highest graphics. Oh rad, we might as well just change the thing to low. I'm getting the same amount of FPS in the bus. Actually, I'm getting a bit more FPS. Looking up, I'm getting around 1000 FPS. Oh, this is definitely a bot. Yup, bot. I'm getting around the same average FPS, but it's spiking up a little bit more to like 550. Okay, so now that given a bit of time to straighten itself out, it's getting around 500 to 600 FPS. I'm getting around 400 FPS in the fight. It's going up to 500 though. Don't even try that, bro.
Bad rain, terrible rain.
Okay, this dude's cheating 100%.
C-A-P. Cap. No.
Alright, the next thing to test is Discord hardware acceleration. Okay, so I turned on hardware acceleration and I'm going to test it how it works with it on. This dude was literally 1 HP, bro. I noticed that it's a bit more stuttery, so you might want to turn hardware acceleration off. Okay, next up on the list is the launch commands in the Epic Games launcher, so let's try those. We're going to go to manage, and we're going to type in these commands. And as you can see, I'm still getting the exact same FPS, so it doesn't really help that much. And as you can see in a fight, I'm getting even less FPS than before, so that's not good at all. Okay, so after that fight, I went ahead and closed out Xbox Game Bar to see if it would give me more FPS. As you can see, it has absolutely no impact on my FPS. It might have a little bit of an impact, but it's still so minimal that I wouldn't even recommend turning it off. Okay, so I'm in a fight and it's still such a small increase I wouldn't even recommend sacrificing the features for it. Especially if you're like me and you have friends who play on Xbox, it's going to come in really handy, so I wouldn't recommend turning it off. Oh god, I'm 1 HP. This dude just phased through my ramp. Okay, so as you can see, these optimizations didn't help at all. Looking at the recordings, I actually went down like 100 FPS on average, which is not a good thing at all. So I wouldn't recommend doing these. I might release a video of me showing stuff you could actually do to increase your performance, but these are not the right things to do.